So how do emotions affect our growth in business, and what do they really indicate?
Right. I was mentioning that emotions can either work for you or against you in business. Most people, they work against them. They feel frustrated. They sabotage themselves. They feel overwhelmed, and they stop. Whereas people who are successful in business have learned how to become aware of that whole process, aware when a shift takes place, aware of what happened to make that shift take place. They know when to back off and when to return. They know how to turn frustration into excitement. Like, for example, I've trained myself so that when I get frustrated with a problem, I go, oh, wait a minute, there must be an opportunity here. For example, if I'm frustrated, someone else might be frustrated. Maybe if I work through this, I can now teach them and I can charge them for it, and I can help somebody. So when you become aware of this whole process, you get emotions to actually serve you rather than sabotage you, and that's really the key to success.
Now, another thing that goes right in hand with emotional release or emotional breakthroughs is the true importance of collaboration. We talked about it in the workshop today. You mentioned it quite often,
right?
And that's one of those things that I personally experienced in working with people in the group working on a project. The group hit an emotional wall,
right?
And it was. Would you want to share something about collaborating and how that can help?
When you're by yourself and you're in isolation and you're not able to say out loud to somebody else what you're going through or what your frustrations are, and you haven't yet developed your internal dialogue to become aware of this, then it can be very, very challenging and even for some people maybe feel impossible. They hit a wall by themselves and it just stops right there. They sabotage themselves. They feel frustrated, overwhelmed. When you're with a group of people and you're collaborating, you're not collaborating unless you're talking. And if you're talking, then you're forced to express what you're feeling and thinking. And that's when you start to discover, or someone else shares an experience with you, and you discover you had a breakthrough, and you realized all this through that connection with other people because you voiced your frustration or your questions, and so you were able to have an internal dialogue externally and hear your own words, hear your own thoughts, feel your own feelings outside yourself, so they weren't in control anymore, hiding under the surface, but it was right there in front of you, and people helped you work through it. Yeah.